Good morning, everyone. Welcome back if you're one of our returning viewers. And if you're new, just welcome. If you guys caught our last video, we flew back from Salt Lake City, Utah to Costa Rica. And today is our first day back. We're ready to tackle some adventures. Even though it is planning to rain today and it looks pretty overcast, we're gonna make the best of it. It's been nice trying to get back into the van and get settled. Even though me and Allie had an awesome time in Salt Lake visiting family and friends, we are so excited to be back. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
We're in Costa Rica again.
We are in Costa Rica.
Oh, it's so nice to wake up in this beautifully comfortable, cool bed.
I mean, I know I love my bed and I love the van, but sleeping at my grandparents' house for a couple of weeks really made me miss our bed. I would say one of the things I miss the most about being out of the van is our coffee maker. If I could have checked this thing and shipped it home, I totally would have, because I love making lattes every morning. You guys know this. This is nothing new to you. Now that we're back, I get to make daily lattes again. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna make some coffee, we're gonna make some eggs, then we're gonna hit the road. Maybe I'm weird for liking to make lattes every single morning, but it's kind of like my morning ritual. It's just like the way I have to start my day. First thing I do when I get out of bed, grab out the coffee maker, make myself a latte, make Allie a latte. If we don't have that step in our day, it just, something feels off. Does anybody else have little rituals like that they do in the morning? Breakfast of champions. Eggs, chicken, peppers, and a little bit of tomato.
It honestly feels so weird being back here in Costa Rica. It doesn't feel as weird to be back in the van as I thought it was going to be. Sometimes when we come back to the van after a period of being away from it, it feels really tight and claustrophobic and we're in each other's way. I don't feel that at all right now, actually. I felt like...
Yeah, I feel like the van's big.
Yeah, it feels good. But it feels weird being here in Costa Rica. Just like driving through some of the city streets and trying to get from point A to point B, and grocery shopping has just been a reminder of like, oh yeah, these roads are really narrow. These roads are really tiny. Everything here is a little bit different. Oh, nothing in here is in English. That's been
Spanish. I don't know about you guys if you speak a foreign language or you speak a second language or anything. I don't. I've been trying to learn Spanish, and on our trip thus far, I learned a lot of Spanish. I could have conversations with people, I could ask for things, I could tell people things, and just 2 weeks back home completely erased my mind of everything. I come back here, we're in the grocery store, my instinct is just turn to people and speak English to them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to speak Spanish here. And then I think like, how do I say this? And I'm like, I have no idea. It's just like my mind is just blank when I have to go to Spanish. And I feel like it's kind of starting to come back. I get a couple words here, a couple words there, but...
Which is funny because when we were back in the States, when people were talking to Trent, he would always respond "sí" and "gracias." And now that we're here where they actually speak Spanish, it's really hard for both of us.
I just can't win no matter where I am. So before we get started with our next adventure, we got to let you guys know that this company, Vanity Planet, they actually, while we were home, sent us these toothbrushes called the Elements Sonic toothbrushes, and they're super legit. Like, these things are awesome.
I, as you guys know, I'm kind of a clean freak, so brushing my teeth is kind of fun for me and I love it. These toothbrushes are actually so cool. The housing unit that they come in has a UV sanitizer that kills 99% of bacteria on the brush heads in between brushes. The toothbrush brushes at 40,000 strokes per minute. One charge lasts up to 2 weeks. It's got 4 different modes you can cycle through. You can clean, soften, whiten, or massage your teeth. There's actually an automatic timer in here to make sure you brush for 2 full minutes, and it tells you when to change areas of your mouth. And they come in charcoal, silver, and gold. This isn't something we would normally talk about, but everybody needs to have good oral hygiene keeping your teeth clean is really important.
So as we told you guys, Vanity Planet's hooked us up with these toothbrushes and they are awesome. We love them, but they're actually doing something just as cool for you guys. For anybody that wants to pick up a toothbrush, they're doing 75% off if you use our coupon code that's in the description. That's $60 off one of these toothbrushes, so they're basically giving them away. Go ahead and jump in the description, check it out if you guys are interested in picking up a toothbrush, and let's get back to our adventure. We're driving a little bit outside of San Jose to go to a special location that's supposed to be super awesome. These clouds are kind of acting like they're gonna put a little bit of a damper on our day. We're keeping our heads up. We're heading on out.
Costa Rica has so many incredible places for us to explore and adventure. It's one of the most visited countries that Americans especially travel to from the States for vacation. It's pretty built up, it's pretty touristy. We're trying to stay off the beaten track, but we're open to whatever at this point. Today, one of the things close by to where we are is Volcano Irazu. There are probably 5 or 6 different volcanoes close by to where we are, so we're gonna check that one out.
We're not gonna let the rain dictate whether we can have fun or go on an adventure. We will go on an adventure in the rain if we have to, because I'm not here to mess around.
We're waterproof.
So we'll see what happens. Oh no, which way do I go?
Oh shoot, I was filming. That's where we were supposed to go. That's good.
Dang it.
The rain is coming down, but we're just gonna keep going and hopefully make it to the top. We're getting higher and higher up in the clouds. You can kind of see the road that leads up higher into this like vast, gray, expansive sky. I think there's mountains up there, but you can't really tell.
I think we're almost on top of the mountain. We're almost on top of the volcano. This is not really a volcano that you hike. It's a volcano that you visit, but it's got some really awesome things to see. Hopefully they're not covered in clouds by the time we get there. This road is actually, it's kind of steep, but it like winds back and forth. It's nothing like the road that we tried to go up yesterday. Allie had a great idea to try and get up to a wind park, which is where there are windmills on top of the mountain, and the reviews said road is very steep, which normally you would be like, oh, it's a steep road. But in Central America, the roads are pretty much always crazily steep. So when people from Central America say the road is very steep, you should just know there's no way we are gonna make it up it whatsoever.
All right, day 1 back in Costa Rica, and we're taking the steepest road we've probably ever taken. I don't know if this is a good idea. And there's a huge bus behind us. Oh my goodness.
I might be backing up that road over there. Oh, I think I can. Okay, we got this.
All right, sketchy.
This is a terrible idea.
Come on, have a little faith.
I don't know what we're doing here.
Oh my gosh, this definitely doesn't look protected from the edge. What are we doing here? All right, guys, it's gorgeous and I'm in love with it, but Trent says this is dangerous.
Veto.
We're aborting the mission.
Veto, Nito.
Except now we have to back out. Oh boy.
Super long back out. This
Can you see this?
really sucks.
Backing off a dirt road on a cliffside edge.
So as you guys can see, that was a nice reintroduction into these Central American roads and a subtle reminder not to be too confident with your vehicle's capabilities down here. The rain doesn't look like it's letting up, but we are almost to the top of the volcano, so let's see what it looks like when we get up there. We might be throwing on some rain jackets and taking you guys out on the GoPro. The rain's not gonna stop for probably another hour or something. You better get a move on.
I think you're funny. Bye, Cal.
I guess the conditions are less than ideal, but we're gonna make do. One of the plus sides about being here in the wet season is that everything's flourishing and blooming and growing like crazy.
You say flourishing?
Flourishing. Flourishing.
Flourish.
Flourish. Everything's flourishing. Anyway, we asked the guard if you could even see anything in the volcano crater because of all the rain and the clouds, and he said, "Sí, es muy limpia."
It's very clean.
It's very clean.
But I feel like it'll be clean once it's done raining, not while it's raining.
Yeah, I feel like the rain clears it out. But I think while the rain is here, it's probably going to be very hard to see.
Stunning.
I dig it. I don't know if drones are prohibited here, so I'm gonna go find out. But if they're not, I'm gonna get you guys a closer look.
Wow, look at the physics there. Wow. Okay, okay. Trent the cairn builder. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that drone footage. It's pretty cool here. We're gonna head back to the van, dry ourselves off, move on to the next adventure of the day.
Volcano Irazu was not necessarily a typical adventure that we would normally go on. We normally want to like hike the volcano or get out and do something. This was more in the category of sightseeing, but it was really beautiful and it was a nice leisure drive. And I mean, what else are we gonna do while it's raining? There's a lot of pros and cons to the rainy season, and one of the big cons, I think, is that it kind of ruins your activities or makes them more interesting, I guess, whatever way you want to look at it. But when it rains, things get muddy, trails get dangerous, roads and landslides become a hazard. It's just one of those things you kind of have to deal with while being in Central America during the rainy season. We made it down from the mountains. Everything went nice and smooth. It's still a little bit overcast. It's nice and cool.
Raining.
There's no rain down here in the valley. We've got one stop to make before we head towards our camping spot for the night. You guys are all pretty familiar with this spot that we've got to stop at. Okay, we're not really here to get coffee though. We're here because we got to upload a video or two so that you guys can watch them. In case you guys didn't know, Starbucks always has reliable Wi-Fi.
We're making a mistake though because we're coming here hungry.
We're not gonna eat anything.
We're not gonna eat anything, but
We're just here to upload videos.
yeah.
Well, that didn't take very long, only about an hour. We got 2 videos uploaded, so that knocks out 2 out of our 3 days of the week that we need to have videos uploaded. So it's a huge help. Probably about this time in the video, you guys are wondering, where is the nomadic movement? Where is Jordan, Kaylee, and Lola? And the fact of the matter is, they flew back to Costa Rica 1 day sooner than we did. They also have a friend with them. They also wanted to do some northern Costa Rica activities that we didn't want to do. So we are traveling separately for the time being. I'm sure we'll meet up with them down the road, but just so everybody knows, nothing is wrong.
Issues.
We love the nomadic movement. We wish we were traveling with them, but we're just not lining up right now.
We remained strong. We didn't get any food while we were in Starbucks. We got a very small drink, split it between the 2 of us, spent as little money as possible. We're trying really hard to stay on a tight budget, especially while we're in Costa Rica where everything is pretty expensive. We're back in the car, we're getting hungry. I think we're gonna head to a really cool camp spot for the night and make ourselves some food. I don't even think we ate lunch today. I think we had breakfast and that's it. So we got people getting hungry over here. Pick you guys up once we get some food underway.
Oh.
Are you a happy
So we made it to our destination and Frank is having a great time, isn't he? Oh, yes.
Look at this view.
Yeah,
Look
this
where
is
we're parked right
amazing.
now. Oh, Frank is having
Look
the time
at
of
the
his
sunset. It is so sweet. Sunset kind of dips behind the hill, so you can only see like the reminiscent colors of like the orange and pink, but
This is like a deserted adventure park. There's a bike park and bike rentals and canopy tours, but no one seems to be here. It's kind of like a deserted warehouse of broken down stuff.
I have no idea
And
what
it's
goes on
beautiful.
here. They pulled us back to this nice little grassy spot where we can play frisbee with Frank and we can hang out. The only thing missing now is some dinner.
Oh, is that my cue?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Just a nice little relaxing evening in the van. I'm getting some work done, editing some photos. Allie's whipping up a delicious feast. What do you got cooking?
This is one of Trent's favorite van meals. Normally it's chicken Alfredo spicy mushroom pasta. Tonight we're doing sausage. It's gonna be good.
I'm super excited. It's kind of a bummer that we didn't get to do too much adventuring today, but I think today is one of those days that we're just kind of breaking back into the groove. Also, we kind of touched on like some of the downsides of the rainy season here in Costa Rica earlier, that sometimes it ruins your plans, sometimes it makes things hard to do, sometimes it's muddy, sometimes it's cold. But really, there's a lot of positives that come with the rainy season as well. When there's all that rain, what's the number one thing we get?
I can think of a lot of number one things that we get. We get a lot of fresh food, we get a lot of in-season food, we get a lot of lush vegetation and beautiful scenery, gorgeous lookouts. Really, we get a lot of empty campgrounds and no lines.
Yeah, I think probably my two biggest things is that a lot of the fruit and vegetables is awesome and fresh. And also, I think my number two is that it's kind of the off season for tourism. So most of the hostels or campgrounds or tourist places that we go to end up having a quarter or less of the people that they would have in the dry season or in the non-rainy season.
When you do end up meeting people at campgrounds, those are like the hardcore travelers. Those people made it through the rainy season. They're the people you want to be friends with. So we meet really great people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna pray for rain every day because I don't enjoy it that much, but
it's just cool seeing like the earth blossom with the rain. Like everything responds to the rain.
And we're super stoked on it. Not as stoked as I am for this delicious pasta though. I'm gonna pick you guys back up after we eat.
Well, that was a perfect dinner. We've had a really nice evening here. Today was just a really nice, low-key day, just getting us back into the groove, back into the swing of travel.
We wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button for us. Subscribe to our channel if you're not already.
We'll talk to you soon, guys.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios!